The 2023 Nigerian presidential election was a clash of ideologies, a pivotal moment in the nation's history. Peter Obi embodied the aspirations of a nation yearning for change, resonating with millions, particularly the youth. His campaign was a beacon of hope for a new direction. His promises were a blueprint for transformation, a secure Nigeria, a thriving economy, and a future where every citizen could feel safe and prosperous. He envisioned a society free from corruption, where transparency and accountability would be the norm, not the exception. Bola Tinubu, a political stalwart with decades of experience, also made promises to tackle insecurity and revitalize the economy. His campaign was built on his legacy and political acumen. However, 6 months into his administration, Tinubu's actions starkly contrast the hopes he kindled. The security situation remains dire, and the economy continues to struggle. This essay delves into the chasm between Peter Obi's promises and Bola Tinubu's actions, exploring the unfulfilled expectations and the reality on the ground. It analyzes how Tinubu's administration has thus far failed to address the issues he pledged to solve, leaving many Nigerians disillusioned and frustrated. Nigerians are left questioning the promises made and the future that awaits them. The gap between the leaders' words and their actions has never been more evident, and the nation's path forward remains uncertain. Peter Obi's campaign was anchored on security, the economy, and the fight against corruption. His vision was clear and resonated deeply with the aspirations of many Nigerians. He believed that a secure nation is the foundation for economic growth and development. His security strategy emphasized intelligence gathering and community policing. Obi aimed to empower local communities to take charge of their own safety, fostering trust between citizens and law enforcement. Obi proposed a shift from consumption to production, envisioning a self-sufficient Nigeria. He saw the potential in Nigeria's vast agricultural resources and aimed to transform the sector to ensure food security and create jobs. His economic blueprint prioritized support for small and medium-sized enterprises and industrialization. Obi believed that by nurturing local businesses, Nigeria could reduce its dependency on imports and boost its economy. Central to Obi's vision was eradicating corruption, strengthening institutions, and promoting transparency. He understood that corruption was a major impediment to progress and was determined to tackle it head-on. He pledged to bring anyone found guilty of corruption to justice, regardless of their status or position. This commitment to accountability was a cornerstone of his campaign. Obi's vision resonated with millions, offering hope in a nation grappling with challenges. His message of change and progress struck a chord with people from all walks of life. He addressed the pressing issues of poverty and inequality, promising to uplift the most vulnerable in society. It was a vision of a peaceful, united Nigeria where every citizen could thrive. Economically thriving Nigeria with accountable governance. Obi's plans included reforms to make the business environment more conducive for investment and growth. Nigerians saw in Obi a genuine desire for a better future. His dedication and passion for the country inspired many to believe that a brighter, more prosperous Nigeria was within reach. Security was a cornerstone of Peter Obi's campaign. He promised a multi-pronged approach to tackling insecurity, emphasizing intelligence gathering and community policing. Tinubu also pledged to make security a top priority. However, 6 months into his administration, Nigeria's security situation remains dire. The northern part of the country continues to be ravaged by banditry, terrorism, and communal clashes. Tinubu's efforts, such as replacing service chiefs, have yet to translate into tangible improvements. Peter Obi's economic blueprint centered on a shift from consumption to production. He envisioned a self-sufficient Nigeria, a hub for manufacturing, and a major player in the global market. His plans included revitalizing local industries, boosting agricultural output, and creating jobs through innovation and technology. Obi's vision was to transform Nigeria into an economic powerhouse, reducing dependency on imports and fostering sustainable growth. Tinubu also made grand promises on the economic front. He spoke of ambitious reforms, aiming to stabilize the economy and attract foreign investment. His rhetoric was filled with optimism and a pledge to uplift the Nigerian people. However, 6 months into his administration, the Nigerian economy faces soaring inflation and high unemployment. The cost of living has skyrocketed, making daily life increasingly difficult for the average Nigerian. Many businesses are struggling to stay afloat, and job opportunities remain scarce. The handling of the fuel subsidy removal has exacerbated economic hardship. Fuel prices have surged, leading to higher transportation costs and affecting the prices of goods and services across the board. The Tinubu administration lacks a clear economic direction, creating uncertainty and eroding investor confidence. Investors are hesitant, and the stock market reflects this instability, with falling numbers and a general sense of unease. This lack of coherence hampers economic growth. Stalled projects and closed businesses are becoming a common sight, signaling a troubling trend for the nation's economic future. Nigerians are left grappling with a plethora of economic challenges. From rising prices to unemployment, the daily struggle is palpable. Protests and public outcry are becoming more frequent as people demand solutions to their worsening plight. Peter Obi ran on a platform of integrity and accountability. He pledged to strengthen institutions and promote transparency. Tinubu's administration, however, has faced accusations of cronyism and a lack of transparency. The appointment of individuals with questionable pasts has raised concerns. Allegations of financial impropriety have eroded public trust. Corruption discourages foreign investment and hinders economic growth. To restore public confidence, Tinubu must demonstrate a genuine commitment to tackling corruption. This requires promoting transparency and ensuring justice for those guilty of corruption. Nigerians demand accountability and progress. Peter Obi emphasized education as a catalyst for national development. He pledged to increase funding and improve the welfare of teachers. However, 6 months into Tinubu's presidency, the education sector faces significant challenges. Public universities have been shut down due to a protracted strike. The Tinubu administration's response has been criticized as inadequate. Neglecting education hinders economic growth and perpetuates poverty. A poorly educated workforce limits opportunities and innovation. Nigerians demand a commitment to improving education. Peter Obi pledged to prioritize healthcare, promising increased funding and improved welfare for healthcare workers. However, 6 months into Tinubu's presidency, the healthcare system remains in crisis. Public hospitals face shortages of essential drugs and equipment. Many healthcare professionals have left the country, exacerbating the crisis. The Tinubu administration's response has been criticized as inadequate. A neglected healthcare system leads to high mortality rates and preventable diseases. Nigerians demand affordable and quality healthcare. Peter Obi underscored the importance of infrastructure development. He pledged to invest in critical infrastructure such as roads, railways, and power. However, 6 months into Tinubu's presidency, Nigeria's infrastructure deficit remains a challenge. The road network is in a deplorable state, and the power sector is plagued by supply issues. The Tinubu administration's approach lacks a clear vision and prioritizes projects benefiting a select few. Adequate infrastructure is essential for economic growth and attracting investment. Nigerians demand a commitment to addressing infrastructure needs. Peter Obi's campaign resonated deeply with Nigerian youths. He pledged to create an enabling environment for job creation and skills development. However, 6 months into Tinubu's presidency, youth unemployment has worsened. Many young Nigerians are leaving the country in search of better opportunities. The Tinubu administration's job creation initiatives have been criticized as inadequate. Nigerians demand genuine efforts to address youth unemployment and create opportunities.